Hey, you're catching me, you're catching Julie. That's right, I'm Julie with the Julie Show. It goes nowhere and does nothing, just another name for my name in the Midwest. Well, I wanted to give you a um, hospital, post hospital announcement. I did end up in bed for 2 days before the hospital, and then I went into the hospital for 4 days, and I was in bed for 3 days after, so almost 2 weeks down. I did take some strong antibiotics while I was in the hospital, and then they gave me strong antibiotics when I got out. But for the first 3 days I got out of the hospital, I still couldn't get out of bed. My fever was still 101. They said if it got any higher than that, I needed to come back. Thank God it stayed down. And use of Tylenol and the ibuprofen anymore. I have to cut back on the ibuprofen. My kidneys are taking a hit. I did have a UTI when I was in Arizona. It started there. I started bleeding and everything. It was very painful. And by the time I got home, it stopped. And I just went walk busy with my house because my son was watching it. And when it comes to my house and getting unpacked and stuff, that's my number one priority. So I forgot I was even sick. So a couple of days later, I woke up in the middle of the night and I took my temperature and I was just dripping wet. My sheets were dripping wet. I was sweating so bad. It was terrible. I could wring my shirt out with water. The sweat was so bad. 104.9 temperature. The next morning I took it was 105. That was Friday. The next Saturday, my husband was like, you need to go to the damn hospital. My dad called me and he even said, you need to go to the damn hospital. And my doctor and my therapist even told me 2 weeks before that I needed to go to the hospital, but I didn't listen to her. And she was like, do you not trust me? And I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with you. It's my preconception of the hospitals and the PTSD I suffer from going to them. What do you think of my frayed Christmas hat? I think it's supposed to be a little frayed. I like this hat. Anyways, as I was saying in my last video, I am a little nervous about my kidneys. I went in and I checked all my blood work, my labs. I don't understand what half of the stuff is, but none of it is in the normal range. Very few things are in the normal range right now in my blood. And on my paperwork, it did say I had an infection in my blood. That's serious. And my kidneys are what's paying the price because they gotta flush that shit out. I keep praying. I'm doing okay. The last couple of days, I felt like myself. Appetite's back. I did order U-Collagen and U-Trim-Fit finally for the first time. I've been wanting it for 4 years. I got a good sale on it, so I wanted to try it really bad. The collagen, not so much do I like, but the Trim-Fit tastes good, and if it does what it says it's going to do, not give me the shakes and keep my appetite down and help me have the ability to work out and want to work out, and I'm going to stay on it. It's $55 a month, but I know a lot of prescriptions that I pay for that are that much, and if I think that Trim-Fit's going to work for me, the collagen, I can already tell I don't like the flavor, but it is U-Collagen. It is a good brand. It's they also have probiotics. They have greens. They have tasteless collagen. Collagen I have now is like a peachy. You mix it with the Trim-Fit, it tastes okay, but and I've been noticing the scale ain't going up or down, so I have the last 2 days had 2 Trim-Fits. I'm trying to rush some of this water weight off. A lot of it did fall off from the hospital, the water weight. I did buy Diurex, so I'm trying not to abuse them and make sure I'm only using them for water weight. But other than that, everything's going good. Christmas is almost here, 6 days away. I'm already done shopping because I took advantage of the internet. Some things might get here late, but I don't care. I was in the hospital 2 weeks before Christmas, and this isn't my first rodeo. Christmas of 2018, I had the H1N1 flu and bounced out of bed on Christmas Eve and got ready like nothing ever happened. Don't ask me how I did it. I just knew I had plans. But for the first 2 weeks before that Christmas Eve, I couldn't even move. I couldn't even go to the bathroom myself. The Christmas Eve, I just suddenly woke up and said, oh, we gotta go to our friend's house. It's probably from prayer. I get sick at all different times. In 2020, I was hospitalized. 2018, I had a heart attack. I was hospitalized. 2021, I was hospitalized. 2022, I had an overnight stay in the hospital. 2023, I had to stay in the hospital for 4 days. It's become a routine, common thing. I'm thinking about picking up the hospital insurance from Omaha, Mutual of Omaha. They pay you $100 a day when you're in the hospital, so you get money back. It's like $23 a month to have that insurance. I don't know if it outweighs, but we did switch over to T-Mobile internet. We're getting rid of Spectrum, so we'll save a lot of money there. And hopefully our insurance bill on the cars go down a little bit in February when one of Daniel's tickets get taken off. And everything will start to roll smoothly again. Other than that, I don't have any complaints. We're in pretty good shape. Daniel's been feeling pretty good. He's been healthy. Dalton's been feeling pretty good. If he can get his car running with the coolant settled, I don't know what he did to his cooling system, but he's nervous to even drive it to the dealership. If he would get his car where it needs to be, he'd be fine. He's healthy. Daniel keeps waking up with his hand hurting. He probably has carpal tunnel. My knees lock up still. My shoulder's been bothering me, but these are all pains I'm used to. But I really appreciate all your prayers while I was in the hospital. It meant a lot to me. I know I don't speak clear enough, especially when I'm watching TV and I have people listening to me outside the room. I don't live alone. I have a husband and a child, and I don't need them hearing every damn thing I say. But as long as I stay off some of these ibuprofen that I've been taking, and I try to really, work out and balance everything out with my food, vitamins and whatnot, medication, my kidneys should survive. Last thing I want to do is go on dialysis. Dialysis is a machine you would go on for 3 hours, 3 times a week. So I would have to sit at the hospital for 3 hours, 3 times a week for the rest of my life. That ain't what I want to do. I mean, I don't even like being home anymore, but I see myself working out in the real world, and it ain't gonna work. Not with the mental abuse problem I have. Not mental abuse, but I do have mental illness, and it wins sometimes. And maybe physically I can do something, but by the end of the day, mentally, I am exhausted and ready to spaz. So we'll just have to see what happens when I have my review. I did get a message in my Social Security, and I went in there to check it, and there wasn't a message. I don't know what they were just telling me my next year's amount and what I was getting paid, and that was it. And I really don't care. And I will tell any judge, I don't care if you pay me or not. I'm disabled. Whether you give me money or not, there's no way I'm working. My shoulder is going to be effed by the time I get an MRI and get it fixed. Because it ripped last year. It has been torn. It has only got one shot in Refston. It needs an MRI and it needs to be fixed. I probably need surgery. The longer I wait, the worse it's going to get too. And then you got to wear a big ass wedge underneath your arm when you heal. You got to wear a splint. Anyways, story of my life. But today I'm healthy. I thank God every day He wakes me that I'm healthy. I hope you're all doing good. I just wanted to give you my denture adventure update. Teeth have been a little sore. I'll tell you what that's from. You think about the swelling I've had and all the water weight I've held. That water weight and swelling does affect my gums. When I go to put my teeth in, the perfect teeth that have been fitting for quite some time, very comfortably, are a little bit uncomfortable because they are swollen. So I bought some pink Himalayan salt yesterday, the good stuff with a grinder. I grinded that up in a cup, put some hot water in it, and I gargled it 5 times and got my teeth in, and they didn't hurt. Get you some salt water if you're in pain. Denture wearers, it helps. I'm almost 3 years in March, and I'm still getting little sores. That's because my gums are changing. If you wake up and your gums are swollen and you go to put your dentures in right away, you're not going to have a good fit. Just let the swelling wear down. Today, if I would have let the swelling wear down, I would have never got them in, but I don't usually go too many days without my dentures unless I'm staying in bed and I'm really sick. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for all the prayers. God, peace. Bye-bye.